Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 219 of the Good Morning Guys podcast, thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I am one of your hosts, the Brazilian mountaineer and transition fairy, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, the judge, the jury, and the executioner of fake news, and of course, fairies, Patrick Novosel.
I'm so glad you brought the afternoon word back. Oh, I love it.
You missed it, didn't you?
Yeah, I do miss it.
The afternoon fairy is here to stay. To his left and my right, but only in spirit, the Rocket League and Beast of the East who can make a fairy laugh in 3 words or less, or your money back. Ronnie Johantis, or their money back, I guess.
May he rest in peace.
R.I.P. Ronnie. I almost said R.I.P. Rodney. I would just call him Rodney the rest of until he comes back. That's going to be like his absent
Rodney
name.
Johansson.
Rodney Johansson. Let me write that down. Rodney Johansson. Check. So Rodney Johansson's not here. And then the final member of the GMG Quadfecta present tonight, the guy with music in his heart, fairies on his brain, and La Coretta in his old stomacho, Marc Boucher.
You said you were going to do it this week. You didn't disappoint.
I
thought there was going to be fairies in his old stomach. I was good. That would.
That's real dark.
That gets a little
or light.
A little dark. I mean, fairies are people too, so we don't need to be putting people in Mark's stomach.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. I mean, okay.
I mean, can you imagine like Tinkerbell just like banging up, like being like Drax in the stomach of that monster, like
kind of like Inner Space with Dennis Quaid.
Oh my gosh, I loved that movie back in the day. I think I was talking about that movie with my wife the other day, and I totally forgot the name of it. But yes, Inner Space, right?
Yeah. Hellchout fairy dust.
They need to do a remake of that. I mean, we have the technology to make it cool. Back then, it was not that cool.
I think we might have the technology now to make it happen for real.
Oh, right?
I mean, you've seen Ant-Man, right? That's possible.
That's real. Totally possible.
There's a button. That's all you need to do.
Quantum physics.
Quantum physics.
Quantum physics. Get my quantum physics here. If you can pick a booger, you can shrink a man.
What? Put it on the box.
Put it on that box, folks. All right. If you're a joiner, welcome. We're sorry it took me less than 5 minutes to bring up boogers. But this morning, if you're not a new person, you asked for this. You brought it on yourself.
We did a poll on Twitter. You answered it.
We didn't have to poll. I just did like a little smoke, put up a smoke signal, and I saw no smoke signals. That means the vote passes and boogers will be mentioned every episode.
What?
So you didn't know that? You missed the memo? That's your fault. All right. This morning, we are, of course, sharing about what's new with us. And then later, Black Panther Wakanda Forever spoiler cast and review will be incoming. Wakanda Forever. Ipambe. So with that, let's jump into life. Earl and Erg. No. Earl and Erg. Earl and Erg.
Real gaming?
In real gaming. In real gaming?
In real gaming?
Is that how that works?
I mean,
that's what I wrote down in my notes.
That's what you're insinuating when you say Erg.
It's Earl and Erg time in real life and in real gaming.
On the in real gaming front.
Wait, what's the fake gaming front?
It's mobile games.
Or should it be called fake life? Maybe in fake life and in real life. So Earl and Iffle. It sounds like an old couple. Earl, Iffle, give me my.
Where's the remote?
Where's the remote, Iffle?
Why'd you leave the lamp on? I need to take my meds, Iffle. Why can't I find my meds?
Iffle, get my prune juice. I'll feel good.
Where's that Metamucil? We're out of Metamucil.
Somebody fed me a fairy. I don't know what happened.
Iffle, you see my prescription? I gotta get a refill. Why are Earl and Iffle from the South?
They're giving us their Earl life.
Earl life. All right.
Yeah.
So with that, Marc.
Lucas.
How are you?
Fantastic.
Woo! All right. I like that.
Well, that's actually a line from a commercial that used to be on local TV growing up. Yeah.
No, you didn't say it right.
He says, fantastic.
I'm so glad to hear it. Which commercial was it for?
So it was a local furniture store called Rotmans Furniture.
You know what? Back in the day, furniture stores had
Rotting
the best
furniture?
commercials.
Yes, rotting. Yes. Rotmans. ROTTMAN.
Come on down to rotting furniture.
I want that love seat you got that smells like raccoon carcass. It's my favorite.
Termite damaged furniture.
I want the trash panda special.
This baby right here has been sitting in the hot sun on the side of the road for 10 days. And it's yours. No.
For free $99.
Fantastic.
All right, Marcus, give us your update in either a furniture salesman version or your own homegrown version.
Well, I will not be doing it in the Rotmans Furniture.
Dang, I should have given a worse option.
Yeah.
Give the booger version or the furniture version. Go.
How about I give it the Marc version?
All right.
If you insist.
And I do.
Go ahead. How's Earl and Iffle doing?
Oh, they're pretty chill. They like to hang out in their rocking chair. Earl and
From
Iffle.
rotting furniture store.
Yes.
A rotting rocking chair is what I've always dreamed of.
Don't lean back too far.
You may hit your
really
head.
Smell it. No, it wasn't a super heavy week. But at the same time, I guess it kind of was a heavy week. There's a lot of stuff to deal with, but there wasn't.
Very philosophical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, but it wasn't.
It's heavy, Doc.
Yes.
But it was.
Something was wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull.
Lay it on us.
No. So on the IRL side of things, honestly, it's just there's been a lot of church stuff going on that I have been in the midst of without going into any sort of details.
Just change the names and spice it up a bit. Feel free.
Well, I'm hoping that unfortunately there's been some church drama going on. And it's been rather difficult, but I think we've possibly turned a page here. So hopefully that will remain the case, but it's just been kind of heavy this week. But otherwise, it's been not a whole lot, pretty much status quo. I did watch a little bit of Batman the Animated Series because I had to. Because unfortunately we heard of the passing of Mr. Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
This past week.
Yeah, we did.
Which that hurt a lot.
What a legend.
Not ready for that at all.
Outside of Batman, what else did he do? Or was it just like all Batman?
It was mostly Batman. Like he had some minor roles on some like 80s television shows and things like that. And he did a lot of theater stuff, excuse me. But otherwise, yeah, Batman.
He was Batman.
For like 30 plus years. He was Batman. And unfortunately he passed away from cancer last week. So had to do him justice and watch some Batman the Animated Series, which
there you go.
I had actually just recently purchased the entirety of Batman the Animated Series plus the Mask of the Phantasm plus Sub-Zero on DVD and digital because I got rid of HBO Max because I really wasn't using it at all, and that's where I was watching it before. But once I got rid of it, I just decided to get it on physical media and
Let's
digital.
get physical. Let's get physical. Physical.
Let me hear your body talk.
Woo. All right.
But yeah, I was glad I got that so that I could just throw that on there and listen to the good times with Kevin Conroy.
What an iconic voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's truly sad that he's gone. But if you haven't watched anything with Kevin Conroy's Batman, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead and watch.
Pause this podcast, watch the animated series, play all the Batman games.
Yeah.
And come back.
Then get back to us. We're going to spoil it all right now. For the next 8 hours, we're going to go
Bruce
through
Wayne
everything.
is Batman. If you didn't know. But yeah, that's on the real life side of things. It was just that. And Sunday night, we had a game night with my family, my side of the family, which was fun. We actually played the family-friendly version of Cards Against Humanity. Wow, I cannot talk tonight. I don't know what
okay.
It's a
the
good thing
It's
you're
all
on an
good.
audio podcast.
Yeah, that's
That's
fantastic. It's full on display.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you're saying that wrong, Mark. You need to fix that.
No, we played Cards Against Humanity Family Edition.
Isn't that just like apples to apples or something?
I know, right?
Basically, yeah.
Or don't you have that Christian version one? The
Cards Christians like.
yeah.
Yeah. Only with Cards Against Humanity Family Edition, it's like a ton of just pee and poop jokes, it's right up your alley. Yeah.
I mean, those like.
It just seemed like
Hey,
every other word.
Speaking of that,
was pee and poop jokes.
Speaking of that, I'm just going to insert this right here because I cracked my son up this week with a dad joke, I believe from one of our joiners, Travis Popsicle, on the Discord, and I want to see if you guys remember it. Oh no, I forgot the joke. Wait. Did you guys know that trees poop?
No.
How's that possible?
That's where number 2 pencils come from.
Hey.
All right, that's all. I just want to throw that out there. Thanks for bringing it up, Mark.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Good work.
I'm glad I almost forgot that. Sorry, Travis. I love you.
But yeah, that's been pretty much it on the IRL side of things. We just had a fall themed game night, had a lot of fall oriented like snacks and things like that. Like my stepmother made pumpkin pudding, which I didn't know was a thing, but
Okay, it just sounds like the inside of pumpkin.
yeah, only not as seedy
no seeds.
and nasty.
Not as seedy.
Yep.
We call that the guts around here.
Yeah.
The guts.
Pumpkin guts.
But no, it was a good time hanging out with my family.
Cool.
But that's been pretty much it on the IRL side of things. Gaming wise, it has been God of War, and God of War.
Breakfast,
Whoa,
lunch, and
3
dinner.
different games?
Well,
Yep.
they're all the same game 3 different times.
Oh, so just like you kind of like buying the same book 3 times in case you want to read it more than once.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
No?
But
People are so confused right now.
Yep. No, but I've been pretty much playing. That's what I've been playing the whole week is just knee deep. Well, more than knee deep in God of War. And I'm absolutely loving the game, having a great time with it. I really can't say much without going into any sort of spoilers at all, but yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's better. That was
Is
close. You almost ruined it.
it is it's up for one of my if not my game of the year, one of the games of the year. So we'll see. We will see about that. But that's pretty much what I've been doing gaming wise. Any opportunity to game, I am playing God of War. I have installed Sonic Frontiers, but I have not actually played it yet. It's been nothing but God of War. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
All right. Patrick.
Hi. Do you want me to go with my Earl or my Iffle?
You can surprise us, or you can hop back and forth.
Oh, back and forth?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Iffle can tag in Earl, or can tag in Iffle.
Just like WWE 2K22, which I played this past
Exactly.
week.
Hey!
Surprise!
Not see that coming at all.
Yeah, this past Saturday, it snowed, and we got about an inch. over
Jealous.
here in the good old Cincinnati. And you know what we did to
What'd you
commemorate the snow? As we turned on White Christmas and put up our Christmas decorations.
There you go.
As you can see, for those that are watching on YouTube, for those not watching on YouTube, I have a nice Christmas tree in my man cave. Nice, bright, has all my ornaments on it, all my Superman ornaments. I think I have 3 Superman ornaments on my tree.
All 3 of them.
As a
And
tradition.
you know
Look
what?
out.
I do have a Batman as well. So I do have him. He is represented.
Which
So-
which one?
The
Batman?
the Batman. I don't
The
know.
Batman?
I don't know. What do you mean? Which one?
Like which version of Batman?
Oh, snap. You want let me go grab it. Hold on a second. Hey, keep talking while I'm doing this.
Stalling
All right.
for time.
Yeah. I think on my tree, the only superhero I have is Spider-Man, if memory serves.
Which
I don't-
Batman is this one?
Uh,
Can you see?
It's
That looks
hard to
like
see it in
ponytail
focus.
Batman. What's sticking out of his
that would be the
He's got
that would be the
It's like
BVS
Barbie.
he's got like a pompadour going on right now.
Yeah.
That's BVS Batman / Justice League Batman.
Slash.
Yeah.
So Batman versus Superman / Justice League.
Yes. So Batfleck.
Ah, okay, yeah. So that's the one. That's the one that I have.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we did that. And it looks like Christmas around here, and it's
There you go.
fantastic. The only thing is, so I watched the White Christmas. This is my wife's favorite Christmas movie. But like I don't want to do Christmas music now because I mean it's the same 3 songs they play on the radio all the time, and I don't want to get tired of it. So really, Christmas music doesn't start until after Thanksgiving, maybe December 1st, like around there, because I don't want to get tired of it.
Yep.
But I'm not tired of the Christmas decorations. I can be. Now we have the Christmas decorations up in the house.
Mm.
I've not put them up outside yet. It is also like 30 degrees outside, so I missed my opportunity. Last week it was in the 70s. I should have put them up last week.
Unfortunate.
Lose, you lose.
Missed it.
Yep.
But yeah, on the gaming front, same as Mark. I've been playing God of War, and I tell you what, this game feels like the God of War 2018.
Yeah.
Except your son is a little older, and that's other
Gone
than
through some
that,
puberty.
it looks great. It plays great. There is I don't know if it was in 2018, but there's a lot of accessibility options, like
Yeah.
a lot.
Mhm. There are way more. I don't think they had accessibility options like this in 2018.
Yeah,
if
not
memory
like
serves.
this.
Like auto pickup. I turned that baby on right
Yeah.
away.
Oh,
That was
yes,
just
I
like
did.
no brainer. Because I remember the last time like holding it down and like Kratos would always like it took him a second to just stamp something, and I was like, you know what, I need it automatic. So
Yeah, when you finish like a mini boss or like the last enemy in an area, he'll drop like 4 or 5 things, and he just like stomp, not having to press anything, which is
What am I
fantastic.
doing with my life? I need to
However,
turn that on.
The only
dude, you
thing
haven't
is-
turned that on.
No.
You gotta turn that on.
Yeah. So the only thing is, if you have full health and
Yeah.
there's like a little health orb, like you have to press a button to pick it up. Like I don't even know why you need to pick it up, unless
I
you're
still
like,
do it.
unless you're like unless you're in like a fight, you can't. It won't pick it up by itself, so it can just sit there. But if you accidentally have like just a slither of a health, it's gonna pick it up automatically. So there are like some trade-offs. Also with your rage meter, if your rage meter is full, it still auto picks up the rage orbs. So which is like kind of like a downfall, because if you're in the middle of a fight, you don't want to accidentally use those or pick those
Right.
up when you have a full rage meter. So there are some trade-offs, but man, it's so nice just to like, you think you got everything, and then you just keep going forward, and he actually just stomps on something. I'm like, oh, okay, nice. I didn't know there was one there. So
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, it is a game changer. What other settings did I do? Oh, I changed the circle and X. I changed it to X to be action instead of circle, which feels way more natural. I don't know. Did you guys change that?
Nope. I haven't even touched the accessibility
I
options.
didn't, but I was talking to Jared Orr actually this morning, and he did the same thing, and I was like, oh, I should have done that. But I'm like 6 hours in, so I feel like now that if I change it, I'm
It's
gonna
mess
go
you up.
through. It's just gonna
that's
mess
gonna
me
throw me
up.
off.
I'm just gonna leave it and I'm just gonna go with it. I'm in. So
So
it
yeah,
is what it
I wanted
is.
to ask you. Well, one of the one in your skill tree, you can like upgrade your skills by doing
Yeah.
certain challenges. Does that do anything? Is there a point to doing that? Does it make it more powerful? Like I don't know what it does. It's like do this 50 times. I'm like, okay. So I'll just like focus on there. And then it says now it's bronze and now it's silver and now it's gold. It's like I don't
I
does that
always
have
took
any
that
effect
as like an achievement kind of thing in game, I guess.
I don't know.
That's what I thought it was.
I'm not sure either.
I was
actually
expecting
haven't.
a trophy to happen after I did it the first time, and then when it didn't happen, I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm doing this.
I honestly didn't pay attention to that. It all of a sudden said you got a bronze or you got silver. I'm like, for what? I'm just beating the crap out of stuff. I mean, sure, I'll do that all day. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even looked up the trophy guide at risk of I don't want to know anything about the plot. So
what I did look up because I usually go to Power Picks and I see how long it'll take to do the platinum, and like what the steps are. Because usually it's like try to get as many collectibles as you can, and then we'll do cleanup later. The way Power Picks did it this time is they're like play through the story. Don't worry about picking up collectibles because a lot of the collectibles are behind abilities that you get later in the game.
right.
And so if you do a new game plus, you'll have those abilities, and then you can just go to all those, or you can do it in open world. After the end of the game, you can go back to all the places and get all the collectibles. So
Yeah.
it says don't worry about getting the collectibles. You can do that after the game. When I saw that, I was like, cool. I can just focus on the story. I don't have to have a guide up and get, minor spoilers of what's next kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to play the story. And then afterwards, if I feel like it, I will go ahead and do some of the side missions and
Same.
collectible cleanup kind of thing. And from what I understand, the side stories or the side missions are also good.
Pretty
Like, really
incredible
good.
from what I hear.
Yeah. So I haven't done any side missions. I'm only like 3 hours in, maybe 3.5, something like that. I got to a point where I could stop, and I'm looking to jump back in. It's a fun game, really fun.
Yeah.
Really well done. The dialogue, the voice acting is amazing. All the characters, most of the characters are returning from the first game, which is really, really fun. I'm really enjoying this game. Yeah, outside of that, Apex Legends, WWE 2K22, that is on the IFL front.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Nice.
That's it for me.
All right. Well,
Lucas, you're last, but not least.
I am. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So on my IFL front, I'm just gonna roll right into that because I too am playing God of War Ragnarok.
Hey,
That's right, my friends.
I forgot
I
to
am-
specify.
It's up for Game of the Year.
You didn't. We thought you were playing Mark the 2018. We were like, well, better late than never.
I thought it was
guess.
the original PS2 one.
Yeah.
No.
We kid. Yeah, I've been loving Ragnarok. I feel like it's both very much like coming home. Like it's just like, yes, this feels the same but different. I feel like the dialogue, and maybe it's because we know the characters better now, but I feel like the dialogue has been stepped up a notch. The storytelling feels more refined. And obviously, we're going to do a spoiler cast about this, and we're all, well, I think Mark is much further than we are, but Mark, how many hours would you say you're into this bad bear? If you were to guess.
I'd probably say 13, 14 hours.
Oh,
something like that.
okay.
Okay.
All right. You're a pretty good chunk into it.
You've been putting in
Yeah.
the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
So-
started after midnight on Wednesday, and I played a little bit on Wednesday, some Thursday night, some Friday night, and like on breaks and stuff. I played a huge chunk of it on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, I'm pretty well
All week. All right.
Playing every
pretty
day.
well into it.
Yeah. I usually get between an hour and a half a day. I think there's one day I didn't get anything, but I feel like I've been chipping it away, and I've kind of liked the pace. I have done every, like, up to this point. I think I've only had one opportunity for one side mission, and I did it. Did some exploring, and yeah, I love every aspect of the dialogue. Like, if we talked about in the past with the first one, not the first one, but the 2018 one, where the dialogue with, one of the characters who's very knowledgeable, the smartest man in the world, or in that universe, that kind of thing continues. But I think it's stepped up a notch, personally, to where I don't want to cut off any kind of dialogue. Like, I want to listen to
same.
it.
There was
Don't
a
wanna miss
moment
anything.
where you're having dialogue with the character, and it's like, all right, leave, go do this mission. And as I'm going towards the door, he continues to talk, and I'm like, I was like, I don't want to leave. Like, I don't know how long is he going to talk, and so he just like was just chatting,
Don't cut me off, brother.
Yeah, and it was like for like another minute, I was like, oh, this is kind of nice.
Yeah, I had a similar moment like that this morning where it was in a cutscene, and then seamlessly was not in a cutscene, and I didn't know it. So I was just sitting, like, my character's just hanging out talking, and I'm like, oh, I can move. And then I moved, and I was like, wait, I want to go back to talking. No, don't leave, don't go anywhere, go back. So I totally ruined the moment. It was really cool. But yeah, we'll definitely have more to talk about that in detail during the spoiler cast, whatever month and day that is. It should be a blast. So, been loving God of War, Ragnarok, along with you guys. Also, really, in my off times when I'm not playing God of War, I have been continuing my my WWE 2K 22 is Dead Cells, as is tradition, and I've been trying out the different builds based off, like I said last week, the character crossovers, trying out different weapons. I'm gonna be honest, most of them are awful. Like,
really?
I did one with a character called Skull. I haven't played the actual game. It makes me kind of nervous to play the actual game because I have a feeling I'm going to last like 5 minutes and be like, you know what? Your weapon in Dead Cells is just as bad as your game. So bye. I haven't done it yet, so I'm going to save judgment. But the way it works is you have this, your weapon is a bone. Like, you're like, what's that? Marc, what's that Pokemon that has the skull for a face, like for a mask? Cubone? Is that one of them? Yeah, it's like Cubone. So you just have this white bone, and once you hit an enemy, you just start spinning. But you can't really control the spin, and then it goes in this animation, and I lose control, and I just don't like it. And I'm like, I think I lasted one stage, and then I just killed myself and moved on with my life. But I will say today I played with a build that was based off of Guacamelee, and I loved it because one of your powers is you turn into a chicken and just start plopping out eggs all over the place, and they're egg bombs, they're critical hits, and you as a chicken are invincible. They can't do anything to you. So you just run around like, clucking and bocking and all that stuff, and killing enemies, and it's great. So clucking and blocking. Yeah, clucking and blocking is the best. So that build's actually been going strong. I haven't died yet, so I'm enjoying that one. But yeah, so Dead Cells is fun. I have some bad news. Uh-oh. I missed out on my first PlayStation Stars trophy this past weekend.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, this is something that drives me crazy. Is for these trophies, these digital trophies that are totally meaningless and look like they were made in Photoshop / MS Paint. You have some missions or campaigns, they call them, that automatically start, but not till you open the PlayStation app. It'll automatically start, but it won't automatically start until you open the app. So the other morning I play God of War, I play Dead Cells, and I play Minecraft Dungeons with my son. And then I open up the app and it says, hey, you started a campaign. Then it says, play any PS4 or PS5 game. And I'm like, I just did for the past few hours. Just give me the trophy. I was like, dang it, I'm going to have to go back in. And then I had to make breakfast. And then I forgot about it. And the next day I looked and it said expired campaign. No. No. So right now I'm sitting at 11 trophies. I have one empty space on my first trophy wall, and I'm just like ruined. Absolutely. It's not ruined, but it is what it is. It made me a little sad. So I needed to share that. And the last thing I need to share about Iffle, Patrick, plug your ears. My favorite thing to do in Marvel Snap. No, don't plug your ears. Just let me say it real quick. In the game.
3 seconds.
Okay, in the game, there's a mechanic where people snap if they think they're going to beat you and they get extra stuff. But if you beat them, you get extra stuff. And I love it. That's all. Yeah, people snap me way too early, and then I snap them back and beat them. And it's just a great feeling. It's like, ha ha ha, you suck again. And so.
Vindication.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. It's
I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means.
You don't have to know. I just told you what it means. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth.
But what does snapping mean?
Man, nobody understands the words
When
coming out of your
someone
mouth.
snaps and then you snap, it's like, I don't know what that means.
Snapping, I just said, if you snap, you think you're going to win. And if you win, you get extra resources. But if you snap someone and they beat you, you get the extra resources.
Yeah, I mean, like, is it like once per fight?
Each of you can snap once per fight. Yes.
Okay. Is it is Thanos come in and snap?
It's based off that, but no, he doesn't. That would be funny though. If he just he just plopped in and was just like, hey, and then no, he doesn't. Way to ruin it.
I don't understand. Why wouldn't you? That's a miss. What?
I got nothing.
All right. Okay.
Thanks for that.
This Thanos, can you get Thanos in the
You
game?
can. I've gotten him a couple times. He comes complete with Infinity Stones. It's fun.
Does he snap?
Please.
No, he just sits on his throne and stares.
Boo.
What is this game?
It's a card game, man.
Does Iron Man snap?
Iron Man winks at you.
Does anybody snap?
I snap.
Is that a new Apple product?
And Android. Shut your face. Okay, moving on. Moving on to Earl. In fact, Earl is actually more entertaining than Iffle today because Iffle's been pretty run-of-the-mill and we can't get into the excitement until the spoiler cast of God of War. So, Earl, here's what happened, guys. I got word that there was a new festival in town. Now, as you maybe have remembered, in the past, we've done a churrasco or a Brazilian barbecue festival. Mm-hmm. More recently, we did a bacon festival, which was pretty cool. And then we found out about a taco festival.
Oh.
And it was during, yeah, right? And it was during Mindy's birthday week. She turned, well, no, I'm not supposed to. That was close.
Dang.
I was almost about to just like delete this, delete the file somehow.
You would have been missing next week. I don't know where you went.
I've got the shot.
R.I.P. Lucas.
R.I.P.
Mindy won't let me use the internet anymore, so I'm gonna have to mail in my audio.
Mail it in. Here's a USB.
Yeah. Here's a USB stick. That's all I can do. Oh, jeez.
That was a close one.
She had her 25th birthday this past week. Yeah. Anyways, her birthday coincided close enough to this taco festival, so she wanted to take us and her family and a friend from work to the taco festival. So we went. Let me tell you, this is the busiest I've ever seen this venue. It's an open air venue. It's not really that small. It's not really that big though. It's just kind of like it's almost like the outside of a gathering area for like a museums, and it's mostly concrete. It's got some trees and stuff, but so it's pretty open. So when it's busy or not busy, you don't really tell the difference. People are all kind of spread out. But this was busy to the point where we were going to find the best taco truck or taco venue. And I thought I found what we wanted, but I wanted to go just a little further and then come back. Well, I went a little further and then I turned around with James and it was like swimming upstream. Like I felt like a salmon just trying to get upstream to get the job done. And I couldn't. Like I was afraid I was going to lose James. Like he was just going to get sucked into the current and just be like, no, Dad, help me. Like, I was just having these visions of my son just getting
Jason.
lost. I was gonna have to start. I gotta press X. Hold on, James.
Jason.
Jamies. That's what they call him in Brazil, is Jamies, by the way. You didn't know. You thought James was a one-syllable word name. It is not. Here in Brazil, it's two. Jamies. So anyways, so we just turned around, went with the flow. Eventually, we found my wife and her friend and Natasha. And they sat down, and I got in line to order the food. So I get in line, and I play a bunch of Marvel Snap, and I finally get to where I can order the food. I order the food, they give me my ticket, and they're like, okay, go to the second line to pick up your food. The second line is twice as long
Oh no, get out of town.
as the line to get, because they can charge you faster than they can make the food. That's the timing of it all. They did not have enough people. I wait in line, and I kid you not, I easily waited in line in total for an hour and a half, if not close to 2 hours.
Okay.
I get to the destination where they're like, hey, what did you order? I give them the tickets. And they're like, all right, we are out of this taco. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. We are not. We're out of this taco. So it was supposed to be a shrimp taco. It was the only unique taco in the list. There was like shrimp, beef, chicken. Then they had nachos. Now, the nachos, I asked them at the register, I was like, so these nachos, my wife just wants nachos and cheese. They're like, that's not possible. I'm like, what?
No.
They're
They
like,
come with everything on them.
this is what
the
you
bag.
get. You get, no, this is where it got bad. And this is where I wish my mind would have, at this point, I'd already waited in line so long. I just wanted food. And so they pointed to like a display, and it was just tortilla chips in a styrofoam bowl. And they said, this is the nachos. And I'm like, surely you don't mean that, like it's just the chips. And I thought they meant what you said, Patrick, that you get the massive amount of stuff on top of the nachos. I'm like, whatever, we'll she'll eat around it. So now fast forward to when I get the food, they hand me a styrofoam bowl of just tortilla chips and a styrofoam bowl of sour cream and say, here you go, nachos and sour cream. And I'm like, where's the rest? That was it. That was it with that nachos. Then I also ordered nachos with their version of nacho cheese, which they called cheddar cheese, which is nothing like cheddar cheese, but it was cold. Have you ever had nacho cheese cold?
You break your chip when you try to dip it in there.
It's disgusting. It's like toothpaste.
Ugh.
Well, that's what they gave me. Then on top of that, they gave me these tacos. Now, they were El Paso hard shell, like $1 a taco tacos. Like you take a bite and this is brittle, crumbles everywhere. They give me those, and the filling for this is a layer of guac, and then a layer of whatever vat you get your meat from. So this was not just like layered with like some chicken, some lettuce, some tomato. No, it was just one thing, scoop it out, plop it in the taco. The end. And I looked.
You did not find the best tacos.
I found the worst tacos. These are the worst. I would have rather eaten Taco Bell breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week.
There were that many people waiting in line that they duped.
Dude,
they duped so many people.
So many people. I was just blown away that people paid so much in it. They were so expensive. I just was mortified that I had done this and that I had fallen for the trap. And so they tried to ruin my day, and they did for like 10 minutes. And then I just got over it.
Man.
I got over it.
What day was this?
Moved on with my life.
What day was this?
This was Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Why? What?
I don't know. Isn't there a Thursday pastel kind of thing?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's
way
glorious.
Better.
That's way better. I wish I could go back in time. Actually, I wish I could just go back in time and eat at any other place, because I saw people's food. And I was just like, and this is what happened is I went to the place was at the end of it was still busy. There were lots of people getting the food, but I couldn't go back. Like there were so many people, man. They had Nacho Libre, like, the luchador wrestlers.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But there were so many people I couldn't watch it because we were so hungry. And I got in line, and that's all I did the whole time we were there. We were there for like 3 hours. I stood in line, and I got these crappy tacos.
Ugh.
It was awful.
Nightmare.
So we went home. We invited, Mindy's coworker and friend over to have ice cream with us. We had the best ice cream ever, Sergio. If you've never heard of it, come to Brazil.
Yes.
I will take you there. I'll take you there. And then we watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Nice.
Solid.
Let me tell you, this movie is hilarious. I think has the most heartfelt story between that and Guardians Volume 1.
One of the best intros in all of Marvel.
Best intro, but it's to this point in the MCU journey, after we've watched now 14 or 15, the most inappropriate of the films. They refer to the male member multiple times. So I'm sitting there with my kids. I'm sitting there with, Mindy's coworker that I have no idea what movies she watches. And I'm just like, it's like watching with your grandma. Like, it's just like, they're like,
please laugh. Please laugh.
Please laugh and find this funny, or not know what it means and we'll just la 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 la. Like, it just is like, it was so awkward. I'd only watched it once before, so I'd totally forgotten just how, how they just stepped it up in the inappropriateness and some of the things they talked about. And, we talked to our kids afterwards and they were, fine with it. It wasn't like we just swept under the rug or pretend like it wasn't a big deal. But at the same time, we didn't make it a huge deal. It was just like, that's just the style of, humor. And please don't ever repeat the things that you heard or don't know what they mean. So it did remind me that we'll probably be having the birds and the bees talk with my son very soon, because I think he is due, especially after watching this. So, So we watched that. Great movie. Been enjoying the MCU. It's been fantastic. The last thing I want to say, speaking of the MCU, we watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever today, which will lead into our spoiler cast here very soon. That's right, Wakanda Forever. But in the process of going to the movies to see this, Mindy and I were at the mall. We thought we would have more time. We were going to go to a restaurant, have a proper sit-down meal. We didn't have that much time. We were late. And we found a place called Pizza Maker, literally in English, Pizza Maker. And they had pineapple, and we made ourselves a Hawaiian friggin' pizza.
Oh,
and it was glorious.
Make your own,
Make your own. It was like going to Subway, but for a pizza.
And
it was
awesome.
It was quality products, quality. Like, the pizza came out, and you just looked at it, and it was like, well, this is beautiful. And we ate that baby up, and it was so good. So
Nice.
I'll pray
it
for
was
you.
it was a glorious day. I knew you would. I knew you would, Marcus. So yeah, that Hawaiian pizza was glorious. The movie was glorious, but I'll save that for our old spoiler
I
cast.
forgot to mention that I too saw.
You too had Hawaiian pizza this past weekend. I'm so happy
thank
for
the
you,
good
Mark.
sweet
Good
Lord.
job.
I did not have that. Did not eat that abomination.
Your loss.
No,
Praying for you.
I saw Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
You did.
Same. I did watch Wakanda Forever, but really the movie that I watched this past week was a Weird Al story.
You watched it? Oh man, I want to see that so bad.
Oh my goodness.
I started it. I haven't finished it yet.
It is 99% fake.
Yeah.
The only
be.
1% that's real are the songs, and that is it.
The
Rest of it, like my wife and I, they're doing like these Queen, they're doing Elton John, now the Whitney Houston. I was like, oh, it's probably going to be something, kind of along the lines of that. No, not even close. My wife and I were watching it, and something happened, and we looked at each other like, there's no way that happened. There's no way that person said that. There is absolutely no way any of this is real. And the more you watch it, like, oh yeah, this is just satire. This is so fake. Which is hilarious. It's on
fitting.
brand. Yeah, brand for Weird Al. So I did
That's
not
hilarious.
expect it to be all fake. So it was pretty funny. Really
Did
good.
you like?
Really
Did
good.
you like it?
I recommend it.
What would you rate it?
Oh, I would rate it 9 out of 10.
All right.
Amish Paradises.
Yeah. Does he sing that in the movie?
Maybe. Yeah, I think he does. There's so almost all of his songs are
That's
on
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
There's a one point. where his mom's like, "You think I'm fat?" And he's like, what did you say?" "Nothing."
Oh gosh. Yeah, I want to definitely see that. We don't have a Roku. I think you have to have Roku to watch it, right?
No.
No. You
Oh,
don't.
right.
Novacell
now on
Yeah.
it. All right.
Well, the Roku channel is free.
It's free anyways. Yeah.
Like, can you just get online and it's there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how the internet works.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's
Oh,
fair.
I have one service, and that's where everything comes in.
Yeah, Novacell now.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's all for us. Did you guys
All right.
have anything else? Earl and Iffle?
Nope.
All hearts clear?
Earl and
Yeah.
Niffle can go to bed now.
Right? And did you guys look at Discord or Twitter? There's nothing there, right?
There
Did
is
we even
nothing
do
there
anything
because-
this week?
Did we even ask?
Sorry,
sure
joiners.
Hey, you know
Well-
what, joiners? It's all good. We still love you. We still want you to share what is new in your neck of the woods. So you can join us for a little housekeeping real quick, and you'll know how to connect with us if you don't already. So let's offer you towels, fluff some pillows topped with Andy's candies, and tip you off to how you can connect with the GMGU. Okay? Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Instagram, they're all there. And we're there in some form or another.
Mhm.
So you can go there. If you'd rather not connect with us that way and you'd rather connect visually or spectatorly, there's YouTube and Twitch. I am randomly playing roguelikes and random games. I am not playing God of War on Twitch streaming because the chat distracts me from paying attention to the story. And sorry, the story is more important than the joiners. That's just the way it is. But Chris the Rock, he is playing in the wee hours of morning God of War Ragnarok. So you can join him on that epic journey if you like. So there you go. You always have that option. And then finally, on Patreon and our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click that one link to rule them all, either in the show notes or you can type it out real quick. Linktree.com/thegmgpod. And of course, if you can't toss your attention or a coin to your podcasters, but are still the giving type, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or Spotify, which helps us reach new joiners through stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback. So let your voice be heard, literally, if you prefer, at 929 GMG Guys. Alrighty then. Pat, Mark, and the spirit of Rodney J, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
2, 3, 4.